What's up, everybody? This is Static. Last night I had a chance to step out for a little bit and catch UFC 232. I'm just going to share with you the quick results. Yes, there's going to be spoilers for those that didn't see the fight. It's a live fight, I'm sorry. Can't help that. It's not like a movie. So, yeah. That being said, I'm just going to go through the main card of UFC 232, give you the results, and give you my individual grade and my overall grade on the fights themselves. And we are going to start with the first fight of the night, which was between Chad Mendes and Volkanovski. I don't remember his first name at the moment, but I do remember his last name being Volkanovski. I want to say it's Alexander Volkanovski. And if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. That being said, I only got a chance to get in and see the second round, where Chad Mendes was able to score 2 meaningless takedowns, even though on the second one he got a chance to go for a submission and really didn't get a good chance, but he got a chance nevertheless. And the fight ended with Chad standing up and getting clipped with a body shot and then a head shot, and then he goes straight to the ground. Volkanovski wins that one in the second round with relative ease. That fight, and I'm just judging it based on what I saw in the second round, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. The next fight on that one was between Ifil Latifi and Corey Anderson in the light heavyweight division. And both of these guys, based on their records, are known for being able to drop bombs. So I was expecting this one to be more of a slugfest. This turned out to be a little bit more technical than I liked it to be. But Corey Anderson was shown to be the bigger man, and he bullied Latifi throughout the entire fight. And he won via unanimous decision. I'm giving that one also a 7 out of 10. Then the third fight of the evening was between... I'm sorry, I forgot. Third fight of the evening was actually between... Oh, it was Carlos Condit and Chicia. I can't believe I always forget Chicia's name. Michael Chicia. Carlos Condit, Michael Chicia. I think this fight only went to the second round out of 3. Yeah, it did. I took notes on this just so y'all could see what I was thinking at the time that I said this. You know, it was pretty much takedown, scramble, takedown, and they were just kind of scrambling a little bit. Carlos Condit kept that fight on the ground quite a bit and actually went for a few different types of submissions. A couple of different types of submissions. He went for an arm bar early on, tried to get a heel hook or a leg lock of something, but didn't really do anything afterwards because he was still taking punishment too. It was a quite close round, but I think Chicia got that one. And if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize to you. But then the second round, Condit goes to the ground again, but this time this doesn't quite work in his favor because Chicia gets on top of him, gets an arm, and goes and essentially gets a modified Kimura. He was going for a pure Kimura and just straight yanks his arm all the way back, and Condit taps. People were not expecting that. I actually thought Condit was going to win that fight in the third round via knockout, but that didn't happen. Chicia got a submission victory off of a Kimura. Good fight there. I'm giving that fight an 8 out of 10. Now we are getting into the co-main event of the evening. Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes for Cyborg's featherweight title. You know, there's a lot of people that thought Cyborg was going to win this fight. I actually felt like this was going to go towards Nunes. I'm going to keep this short and simple. There's only one way to say this, and Smokey said it best, and I'm going to use it to reference to talk about Chris Cyborg. She got knocked the fuck out! Amanda Nunes wins in less than a minute in the fight. That was just a very fast fight. I'll go over their legacies probably in another video if I choose to. And then the main event of the evening between John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. This is the second time they've met in their careers. The first time Jones won a close yet unanimous decision against Gustafsson to defend his light heavyweight belt. This one was for the belt that DC vacated, essentially. You know, I really thought this was actually going to go Gus's way because Gus really took it to Jones. I was fairly disappointed in Gustafsson as a whole, just because he spent more time kind of backpedaling, and he let Jones check him too much with those leg kicks. And eventually his movement was compromised, which really messed up his whole game plan. Jones in round 3 takes it to him, just jumps on him, gets a takedown. He would eventually get his back, and then he finishes him with ground and pound. In the third round, Jones wins via third round TKO. That fight was an 8 out of 10, only because we did get a decent stoppage from a guy that was considered to be a monster in the light heavyweight division. Despite the whole steroids thing, I don't care about none of that. I'm just talking about the fight at this point. So 8 out of 10. The previous fight was a 10 out of 10. The co-main event, in my opinion, was the fight of the night, with two women swinging mad bombs at each other. It was just blitzkrieg. It was just nasty. Overall, if I'm going to judge the card, I'm going to judge the card an 8 out of 10. And really, in my opinion, the co-main event between Cyborg and Amanda Nunes saved that card for me, because I would have probably given it a 6. Because even though we got 4 stoppages in that card, the fights overall weren't that terribly exciting, you know, to the point where you're sitting there going, oh, yeah. No, I pretty much only got that from the Amanda Nunes fight, you know. After a while, I kind of had a way of knowing which fight was going to go. Even the Chaz Mendez fight, when I saw him fight only in the second round, I saw he was gassed, and I was like, this is not going to go well. You know, some things were predictable. You can't help that in the fight game. Not everything's going to go the way you were kind of predicting it. Like, obviously, I was wrong on a lot of my predictions as far as before the main card fought. But then afterwards, when you're watching the fights live, you're like, you can see where this is going. And that was definitely the case. And I was mostly disappointed that Gustafsson didn't take it to Jones the way he did the first time. And give John Jones a lot of credit. He came in with he and his team, I should say rather, came in with a perfect game plan to neutralize his movement. He was checking the leg kicks. He decided not to do anything terribly crazy. And he put Alexander Gustafsson away. So I'm gonna end the video there. I want to try and catch more of these fights and probably put out more of these thoughts videos here and there for the UFC, just because I think this was just kind of fun for me to do. And I really do like the UFC. So I might try to do this like every 3 months or so and see how that goes. You're going to see some Overwatch clips from here. Check out my Twitter at static_shocks. Check out my Twitch at static_shocks. And I hope to catch y'all later. Have a great day, everybody.